Alrighty, so I hope you're liking this short video format. I don't know how people make a 1-minute video or a 3-minute video. They probably start off by not talking about how long it takes them to make a video. So let me just tuck right in and talk about what I'm here to talk about. So I want to talk to you about my lifestyle as a spiritual life coach and why it gives me so much joy. So I live in Florence, Italy, and my heart told me, girl, go to Florence, Italy. You're going to love it. And sure enough, when I got there, I felt like I was home. So I've been in Florence now for 2 years, although right now, while I'm making this video, I'm not in Florence. I'm visiting my grandmother and the rest of my family in California. I'm originally from California. So I'm here and I've been here for the last 4 months because it is so rainy in Florence. And when I left Florence in November, boy, Spirit guides me very well because I had this feeling in November. I'm like, I should go visit California and I should stay there for 4 months. And I'm like, why would I leave Florence for 4 months? I love Florence. That's my city. Why am I staying away for 4 months? Because it rains so much in Florence, and the weather here in Southern California has been blue skies, warmth, and just really beautiful, cool at night so I can sleep well and warm during the day. Anyway, this proves my point. The fact that I follow my spirit and my spirit guides me well just shows me that this is the right thing to do. So, as a spiritual life coach, your job is to listen to your intuition and to follow your intuition. It's to know your intuition. So what I'm learning how to do is to completely surrender. And when it tells me to do things that I think are strange, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to listen because my intuition has never guided me wrong. So, it told me to move to Italy, and I've had just a wonderful, wonderful life. Um, my favorite story about intuition comes from my little dog. And my dog is named Apollo, and he's named Apollo because I found him in Greece. So get this. I was in Costa Rica, okay, because obviously I love traveling, and I was asked to do a retreat in Costa Rica. So I went to do this retreat in Costa Rica. I was facilitating and having a really good time, and I have this really interesting brainstorm that says, you need to go to Greece. You need to go to Greece. You need to go to the cave of Chiron and meditate there. And I'm like, what? That's so random, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I went immediately onto Airbnb and I found this house not on a Greek island. Now, you would think that I would have gone to some place like Santorini or someplace on an island, out in the sea, enjoying like this beautiful Greek lifestyle. Well, I did enjoy the beautiful Greek lifestyle, but what I did was go to the mountains because that's where Spirit guided me. So I kept saying, Spirit, why are you guiding me to Greece? What's in Greece? Why do I feel so strongly like I must be there? And get this, I need to be there for 3 weeks, no more, no less. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing it. So that was in December. And then the following March 20th or the 21st, it was one of those days, the next year, I went to Greece. And Spirit kept telling me, you're going there for love. You're going to find true love, like partnership love. And I swear I went there with my eyes wide open, looking at every Greek man like, are you the one? Are you the one? Are you him? I'm sure they thought, what's up with this Black American chick? She cray. They probably did not think that. They were actually very charming, so they probably thought, she just cray. So I get there, and the first day that I'm there, no, it's not the first day, it was the second day that I was there. I went out walking, and there was I was in a mountain village, and there was a beautiful, it was very quiet because it was off season. It was very chilly up there, so there were no tourists. So there was a hotel, but the hotel had no guests, you know. They had a little cafe, but it was just really quiet and tranquil and peaceful, and I loved it. So I went out walking, and there was a little train, kind of this interesting old train that wasn't running because it was off season, but it was just like a little putt-putt train to take you like from one side of the mountain to the other. And it was a beautiful view, and the ocean was way away, but you could see the ocean and you could see the mountains and the valleys. It was really a beautiful trail. So anyway, I was going to go walk that trail or walk the tracks. And so I'm walking, and I feel something on the back of my legs. And I'd look down, and this dog is gorgeous. I mean, he is gorgeous as an adult. He's 2 years old now, but he was only 4 months old. Hey, Apollo, come here. He's sleeping in his crate right now, but I have to introduce you to him. Apollo, vieni. Come on, baby. So I look down. Can you come up? He's like, what, you want me up? Come here. Come say hi. Come on. He's like, okay, I'm gonna come on this side. Come on. He's like, you never want me to jump up. Now I want you to jump up. Mama wants you to jump up. That's right. Come on, handsome. Oh, hold on. Okay, you have to come on the other side, sweetie, so you can come in camera. Yeah, can you come over here? Come on. Now, this is Sleepy Dog. He gets up, and it takes him a little while to figure stuff out. Come on. Good boy. Come up. Come on. Get him shaking. Come on, sweet boy. Come on. Good boy. There he is. That's my boy. This is Apollo. And he's now 2 years old. He's with me in California, and people keep asking me, are you going to take him back with you to Italy? I'm like, of course I'm taking him back with me to Italy. This is my dog. This is my dog I went to Greece to get. So this little dog was looking at me with the most soulful eyes, and he was really malnourished, skin and bones. So when I asked the hotel about him, I said, whose dog is this? Is this somebody's dog? It's a puppy, 4 months old, little baby, you know? And they said, well, we just saw people leave him, let them out of their car, then they got in the car and then drove away. And, you know, that's heartbreaking. And so my heart was breaking. So anyway, I said to the dog, I said, look, I'm getting ready to go on a walk. And I'm going to go walking far. You probably don't want to come with me, but I'll be back. And I'm going to go have dinner in that hotel cafe. And when I'm done with dinner, I'm going to bring you out some food, and you can have some food. So that's what I did. I came back, and sure enough, he came when I was done with dinner, he came running down the stairs like, oh, there she is. There that woman is. And she got a carton in her hand. she got dog leftovers in her hand, got a doggy bag. So I give him the food, and then I go down and I ask the owner of the apartment if I can bring this puppy back to the estate. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm in a beautiful cottage. And I said, he can stay outside, you know, on the porch. I will take care of him, but I'm going to find him a shelter, and I will make sure that he gets to the shelter and all that. And she told me no. She says, people want to rescue dogs here all the time. There are no shelters, and no, you cannot bring him back here. And my heart broke. I felt something inside of me just completely collapse, and I cried that whole night, literally all night. I just cried, and I couldn't understand why I was crying so badly. Greece has a terrible dog problem. So I've been seeing dogs all over the place anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. I've, traveled through Asia. I've seen stray dogs all over. Why was I freaking out over this particular puppy? I mean, literally, I've been in Cambodia where there are dogs all over. I've been in Nepal where, I'm sorry, but there are dogs on spits because people were eating dogs, you know? So, and I wasn't affected in the same way that I was with Apollo. So I get proactive, you know, I pray to God and I said, look, I got to do something. Something's going on. I'm making a stand. And I decided that I'm going to find a shelter for this dog, and I'm bringing the dog back to the house, whether the owner of the Airbnb wants it or not. She's going to have to tolerate it, and I'm going to have to make sure that I follow through, right? Because I want to be respectful, but I'm also like, that feeling inside me is really strong. I can't not do it. So I got on Facebook and amazingly found a dog shelter that was going to be driving by our hill village, like at the base. I'd have to get the dog down to the base of the hill village, but I could do that. I would figure that out, right? So I found someone, made arrangements to for the shelter to come and pick him up. And and actually I needed to keep the dog for 2 days because I think it was on a Tuesday that I was there, and they were going to come on that Thursday. So I'd have to keep the dog at the house for 2 days. So I got up that morning. As soon as the owner of the property came out, I said, you know, Alex, I'm sorry, but I am going to get that dog. I'm going to bring him here. I cannot accept no as an answer. I found a shelter for them. They need 2 days, but I'm not leaving that dog exposed um, in these mountains by himself at 4 months old on his own. I'm not going to do that. So I take full responsibility, and you know, and I told her I will pay the shelter to take care of that dog for 6 months because that's what I arranged. You know, shelters run off of funding from people. Money doesn't money doesn't magically come. So I told them that I'm going to pay for the dog until they, you know, get it housed. But they said he's 4 months old. I had taken a picture of him. He said he's very handsome. They'll probably get him out. So, you know, you can pay for 6 months, and then if he's not gone after 6 months, you can pay for more. And I said, no problem. I'm going to sponsor a dog. I don't care. I'm doing what my soul says to do. So the owner of the Airbnb is like surprised. She's like, you actually found a shelter and you're actually going to pay for him? And I'm like, yeah, that's the natural thing to do because that's what my soul said to do. I follow my soul. Anyway, so I go get the dog, and it was so funny. I bring the dog down to the house, and the owner of the house says, he's a beautiful dog. I think I'm going to keep him. And something inside of me rose up and said, no, I'm going to keep him. I don't even know where that came from. It was so not my intention, just my whole feeling nature. And she's like, oh, okay, great. And I'm like, yeah, it is great. I'm going to take this dog. So I wrote I was living in Zagreb, Croatia at the time. And so I wrote the owner of that apartment. I said, hey, do you mind if I come in with a dog? Right. And they're like, Crystalline, totally trust you. Yes, bring your dog, no problem. And that's how I found Apollo back there, my little guy. All right, so that's the story of the coach's lifestyle. That tells you the kinds of things that a coach does in her personal life. Doesn't tell you anything about the practice of coaching, which is another video. Okay, I've got to make that into a different video. You can bet you'll find that on the webpage. Okay, all right, so I better sign off because, you know, my motto is short and sweet, or medium long and sweet. Apollo is sweet, right? Lucky me. All right, signing off for now.